We are not Carnage. Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us once again on the D-Star01 channel. I am your host, Dexter Arafiles, and thank you for joining us for another This Is Not video. And this is clearly not the amazing Yamaguchi powered by Revoltech Carnage, and this is number 8 in the series. This is a bootleg, a knockoff, a clone, whatever you want to call it. This is not the real deal. I managed to pick him up on eBay for around 20, no, I'm sorry, I think I got him for about 30 bucks. And the real one's going for about 80, I believe. Correct me if I am wrong. Now, again, I'm going to have to say, because a lot of people really don't pay attention to this, the beginning of this video, I got him on eBay. And how to get him is to pretty much just look for Amazing Yamaguchi Carnage, and then look for the lowest priced one. And usually it comes from China. And so that means it is a clone. That's how you know. Be smart about it, guys. Know that the least priced one is probably not going to be the real one. It's probably going to be from China and not the real deal. Also, there's no distribution sticker anywhere on this box, so you know that it is fake. So before I get on with this unboxing, I just have to have a few announcements. I've been gone for about 2 weeks, and it's been a good reason. I've been really sick, extremely sick actually. I think there's just been too much things going on during that time, and then it finally just got to me. So I've been sick for the last 2 weeks. I'm healing up. I'm almost healed from my sickness, thank God, and everything's been doing all right. One more thing before we continue. I noticed since I've been gone, a lot of people have been requesting certain bootlegs and whatnot. So let's get this out of the way. There are a couple ways that you can request. Number one, always request on This Is Not videos. So if you want to know, like, oh, I want this one reviewed, I'll review it if it has like 10 likes at least. I have to know that people want to see it, and especially if it's a figure that I don't particularly want. This one is one I definitely wanted. But there are some figures that I'm like, I'm not too sure I want it, and there are people who want me to review it. So I have to know if people want it. So get at least 10 likes on your comment on your suggestion. Now, if you can't do that and you're like, oh, I can't get people to like my comment, and that shows that, you know, not a lot of people want to look at it, but you still want me to do a review, why don't you head down to my Patreon? I got some really nice rewards down there. Pretty much, if you donate $10 to my Patreon and become a patron for 10 bucks, you can ask at least once per month any figure I will review. Well, that's a bootleg, that is. So that's something that you can do. It helps out the channel a lot. It's always, that money from Patreon will always go into my channel. So those are the two ways that you can get a toy on this table for me to review. So enough about that. Let's get this guy open. I've been talking way too much. It's already been 3 minutes into the video, and I haven't even bothered to open him. Let's open this guy up and let's see what's going on. He is a fake, so I expect nothing too much per se. Another thing is, I do like all the Revoltech clones. I have to say, there's rarely been one that I've hated. The Venom one was okay. He broke, but I managed to fix him, and he sat on my shelf for a very long time, and then I gave him away in one of my giveaways. So yeah, I think he was the worst one out of all of them. Maybe Deadpool also would have to hit second on that list. I know that he had loose joints, but I've managed to fix those joints, and also I gave that one away in a giveaway. But Wolverine, Magneto, and Captain America are here. Damn, they just taped the crap out of these. They're all here to show in the comparison. We're gonna, you know how it is. We're gonna do paint and detail, articulation and scale, and of course we're going to compare with other figures and accessories as well. So here we have Carnage. Let's look closer at this bootleg and let's see what's going on here. So there we have it. There he is, all focused up, and look at this paint and detail. It's looking pretty sharp, looking to have barely any negatives in terms of paint. Looks like we got a little bit of a smudging right here on the back. Nothing too much to worry about now that I'm looking at him closely. And joints are tight. Yeah, very nice. Seems like the real deal. Honestly, I don't have the real thing, so if you guys notice anything, let me know down in the comments down below. And let's look at the hand there. See, looking really good. Trying to find those paint defects. Nothing to worry about when it comes to paint and detail. This guy seems to be good to go. Now, the problem I mostly had with these is extremely loose joints or extremely tight joints. And as you can see already, his hand, his arm fell off. I'm trying to adjust it. Revoltech joints are kind of weird like that. And what we have here is an overly tight joint. Yes, that's what I thought. So this joint right here on his arm is too tight and it just keeps falling off. I'm trying to make it so loosen it up a bit by moving it around. Let's see. So now that I have that out of the way, it doesn't look like this guy's going to be very playable. Oh, really tight. Yeah, that's the joints on Revoltechs I noticed are usually too tight to the point where you're just going to have to work with it or loosen it up with a hairdryer. And there's Carnage looking really sharp. I gotta say, this is a really nice figure. Too bad I don't have Venom anymore. Yeah. And yeah, so there you have it. He's looking really sharp. Let's look at other things now. Let's talk about articulation and scale. I have been playing around with them. See, and these things just keep falling off. Luckily, these joints are not breaking. They're just falling off. So there we have it. Let's stand him up. Let's give him a quick look before we move into articulation and scale. All right, so let's see how tall he stands. He's trying to stand him up tall. Let's see if he can stand tall. There he is. Come on, buddy. Let's go. And Cletus Cassidy is standing at 6 inches exactly. And let's compare him to other Revoltechs. If I can get him to stand, there is Magneto. Actually, I'm having a really hard time having him stand. Okay, there we go. And there's Magneto. Magneto is really difficult to stand because he has a really heavy back cape. But then we have Captain America, which I really like that Captain America. He's just a solid figure. And my second favorite clone, Wolverine. And of course we have other figures to compare to. We have SH Figure Arts, Iron Man, and let me go grab something else. I think I have Spider-Man. Just give me a second. And of course we have other action figures from other lines, and we have a Marvel Legends Spider-Man, which he looks really good. And we have an SH Figure Arts Marvel's Homecoming Spider-Man as well. And as you can see, he scales well with other action figures because he's supposedly in the 1/12 scale, so which is really nice. So let's talk about articulation. Let's see how many joints we can we can have fall off. And he has an up and down at the toe. Looks like we have an up and down here at the ankle. We have a shin articulation which also goes up and down, which is really cool. I like that. And we have one here at the knee. Looks like we have 2 joints here at the upper leg, 1 at the thigh. We have 2 in the midsection for decent ab crunch. And we got that double joint there at the shoulder. We have no bicep swivel, which I guess this kind of doubles as a bicep swivel. We have 1 here at the elbow, 1 here at the wrist. Should have 1 here at the neck, 2 at the neck, sorry, 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top. And I think that's about it. Looking to be maybe around 25 points of articulation. It looks like we have problems here at the legs, which is my main complaint about this clone, is that it looks like that these joints are just too loose. They need to be tightened up a little bit. It looks like you might have to take out some super glue or maybe do a Pledge Floor Care mod on them in order to get them to fit correctly. But so far, it's not too bad. I've been playing around with this whole time, and it looks like nothing is breaking. Or it looks like the scale's right. This is an exact clone of the real thing, because I believe these come from, this is the China factory, and then they sell them out to Revoltech. So this is probably one of the rejects, and he's not a bad reject. He looks really good. All right, now that we have this handled, let's look at everything else. He comes with a bunch of tendrils. Just look at all these tendrils, guys. It's just a ridiculous amount of tendrils and a whole bunch of weapons here. in order to switch out with the hands. Let's talk about the tendrils later. I just can't wait to see these weapons, which is pretty much the whole reason why you would want this, is because I think this is the best Carnage figure out there. It's because he comes with so much stuff. And also so much tape. Man, they just tape the crap out of these. I guess it's just so, you know, they don't move around in shipping, which makes a lot of sense because it's coming from China. Okay, so let's look at this. This is his classic hand blade, or axe, as I'd like to call it. Oh shoot, and it looks like that came off. It should just pop off, yeah. Okay, so again, the joints are a little bit loose. I don't know if that happens in the real one. Just let me know down in the comments down below. And look at that. Ooh, look at that. Looking sharp, literally. And of course we have the sword. Oh man, look at that. Should be, yeah, this one much easier. Should be easy to switch out. And I gotta say, this is absolutely sick. Just look how he looks. Whoa. Look at that. That is really awesome that you could just switch these out on the fly. Nothing too hard to do. No tools necessary. Looking really good. Lots of articulation. Comes with a stand as well. We got the sword in. We got the axe in. Let's check out this other sword. Let's remove the axe. Just gotta check out the basics of these. Oh my god, wow. I can see why people want this figure. He's just so cool looking. With the dual swords and everything. Oh man. That is so awesome. Wow. Okay, so we got that sword in. Let's just keep switching them out. Why not? Let's just keep seeing what's going on here. Looking like the joints are holding up, as long as you can grip one at the ball joint right there and then pull, making sure that you can squeeze those. And so now we have a smaller blade here. Looks like we got the dual blade going on. Looking good. I think we already got one of those in. Let's check out the tendrils. Okay, so again, squeeze and then pull at the ball joint. So we got like a little poking thing. You know, poke, poke, poke. That's really cool. So yeah, all the accessories do work, to my surprise. No problems there. And let's try to get some tendrils on him. It looks like we got a couple of holes back here. Let's see, we have 6 is what it looks like. And let's try to get all 6 of them in before we end this video. Or at least try to get 6 in. Okay, I knew it. So this is the main problem. Let's zoom in and let's find out what's going on here. Much like the Venom clone that I got, these holes are a little bit too small for this peg, and therefore that is not a good fit. You have to really shove that in there, and there is a possibility that they could break. So that is not a good thing. Yeah, let's see, I'm going to try to fit some in. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. So I got one of them on top. Or maybe they just go in a certain way, in certain holes. Looks like the top one, I'm not going to have too much trouble. Yeah, the top one, I'm not going to have too much trouble. And then we have a few more here. Let's try to get some of these in. If not, I'm just going to have to show you at the end of the showcase. Yeah, these are extremely tight. That's not going to fit without bending it too much. See, it's just too tight. Okay, this one's not too bad. Let me try this one again. Yeah, that one's not going in, unfortunately. Ooh, and the leg came off again. I could just fit that right back. Let's get another tendril going here. Oh my gosh. Nope, that one's not going. This hole is not working out for me. No sir, no sir. And let's go for the others on the side. Nope, that's not working for me either. Let's check out these small ones. So I got the medium ones, they don't work. The large ones are having trouble. It's just, I had a feeling this was going to be the major problem. usually that is the case. So, okay, so this one seemed to fit really well. Let's see if I can get a medium one on one of the sides. It's just not working out. Man, it's so unfortunate. Let's try to spread it out with this tool. Nope, that's not gonna happen, guys. I only made it worse. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. So this is as far as I can get him with all his tendrils, some accessories. Also, let's get some hands on there. I know he came with extra hands. Looks like you're gonna have to pull the blade out. Oh, that's not gonna happen. So it looks like you have to use a prior ball joint in order for that one to fit. Let's get a hand on him. Or at least try to get a hand on him. Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. Looks like these clones are starting to learn their lesson and make it a little bit easier for us. Or not, because I'm trying to fit it in the hand. And nope, that's not going to work. Like I said before, you're just going to have to heat up some of these hands and probably heat up the body of the figure in order to get the tendrils to work correctly. Yeah, see, I'm having trouble. Again, always squeeze the ball joint and pull out. See? Because the joints aren't very strong. Let's get this hand on. Let's get my favorite. I really like this sword. This one looks really cool. Ooh, absolutely loving this. Look at that. I know I said a couple seconds ago that he has 6, but he actually has a lot more than I thought. There is no manual that comes with this figure, so I couldn't figure out where the other tendrils go, but you can add all the tendrils to him. Now, the problem that I've had is clearly getting them in, and a lot of them do not fit. And the simple way to do it is to, if you have like micro pliers, you can go in there and spread out the hole so you can put the tendril in and it'll fit much better. I had to do that with at least 5 of them. So there you have it. And they do all fit. You just got to work with it. And that's expected when it comes to dealing with clones. So yeah, they do work and he looks amazing. I think we've solved everything now. I do know he has extra eyes. Let's just look at that real quick. There's not much of a difference in my opinion. I mean, some of them are bigger. Some are smaller, but it's not that big of a deal to me. I kind of like the stock one. Let's just do a quick swap before we end this video. Shouldn't be too hard to do. See, pulls right out. And we should just switch this out like so. Okay, so it looks like it can only fit one way. Yeah, it can only fit one way. So I'm just do a quick eye swap. There we have it. We have one that's all like messed up and we have one that's wide open. Let's get both messed up ones. Let's see what's going on here with this guy. We can do a eye swap. See, get this guy on. And bam, nope. Bam, there you go. Got it. So there you have it, both eyes on. We got at least 4 tendrils out of the 6 into the pegs. All the accessories seems to be working. Some of these are loose, but that's okay. They can usually fit. And if you're not playing with this one too much, and well, yeah, and his mouth goes up and down, he should be good to go. This is definitely one that's going to stay on my shelf. I definitely love this one. So yes, if you're thinking about getting him, go ahead, pull that trigger, give him a buy. He's definitely worth the price. And he is a clone, so you're not going to be paying the full price. That's the great thing about these. If you get a good one, then you save yourself a ton of money. So yeah, definitely worth the buy. Highly recommend it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And before we go, I just got to plug it in. I have Patreon down there. Go and be a patron on my Patreon so you guys can request the toys that I can review. And also I got a giveaway tier where I give away a toy every month. What's not to love about that? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe again. And I will see you guys next time.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here.